the demand derivation of demand curve and the law of demand. We have also discussed about the individual demand curve and the market demand curve. Now we are about to start the elasticity of demand, and we have also started a few basic idea of elasticity of demand. So elasticity of demand shows the degree of responsiveness from price to the demand, or the degree of responsiveness happened on the quantity demanded of a particular commodity with respect to its changes in prices. My voice is audible, students?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So in this line, now we are going to discuss about what is elasticity, price elasticity, and different degrees of elasticity. As I told in the last class, the elasticity of the demand is not going to be a single degree. It is depends upon from commodity to commodity, depends upon the nature of the commodity. For normal goods, the elasticity is different. For inferior goods, the elasticity will be different. For superior goods, luxury goods, the elasticity, the degree of elasticity is going to be different. Before we are going to discuss about the degrees and types. Types, first of all, you have to understand what is the different types of elasticity. So price elasticity we have, income elasticity we have, and cross elasticity we have. That is 3 types. Under the first type, the price elasticity, we have various degrees. The various degrees we are going to discuss. Then we'll move on to the types of elasticity. So price elasticity is nothing but, or it can be measured through price elasticity is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded and percentage change in the price of the particular commodity. Now, how we are going to prove this price elasticity of demand? If the price elasticity of demand, I mean the price of the commodity is changes. If you see in the this particular diagrammatic representation, when the price is 50, the quantity demanded will be 100. If the price goes up from 50 to 60, automatically our law of demand will influence here. Price from 50 to 60 leads to the quantity demanded will decline from 100 to 50. So we can measure the percentage change. Please listen carefully. The percentage change in the quantity demanded, percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in the price. We should not take the numbers 100 minus 50, 60 minus 50. We should not take. We have to take the changes in the percentage from 100 to 50. What is the percentage change? For example, 50% is the changes, and 50 to 60. What is the percentage? 20% changes happen. So 50 divided by 20 or 25. So that is equal to 2. Then it is more than 1 or greater than 1. So the price elasticity is greater than 1. That we can identify what is the how much the elasticity of the demand is happened due to the changes in the price. I will once again repeat. Now we understood what is the price elasticity of demand. Price elasticity of the demand is nothing but degree of responsiveness happened on the quantity demanded due to the changes in the price of that particular commodity. The same concept where if you want to measure that, then price elasticity of demand PED is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price of the commodity, so that we get how much degree of price elasticity has happened. The same way, we can also explain with the help of the diagrammatic representation. On this diagram, we are measuring the price elasticity of demand. On the x-axis, we are using quantity demanded. On the y-axis, we are measuring the price of the commodity. And this downward sloping line is the demand curve. This is the slope of the demand curve. This, for this particular example. Yes, Dhanush. Yes, somebody who has asked. Yes. Anybody want to ask anything? Dear students, somebody has asked anything?
No, sir. There's someone unmuted themselves. That's the reason.
Okay.
You can continue the class.
Fine. So, Charan is coming. Okay. Students, if you are joining on time, it will be good because in between, because I have minimized that page for accepting the students. That is why I could not able to see it because my screen is visible to all. Okay, fine. So now the downward sloping line is the demand line. When the price increases, because of this increase, this is actually a cost, and because of this cost, there will be an effect. This increase, see the arrow mark, because of this cost, there will be a decline in the quantity demanded. So, increase in the price leads to decline in the quantity demanded. That we know our law of demand, and moreover, the slope of the demand curve is also downward sloping from left to right. Now we need to identify whether how much the changes in the price is reflecting or influencing on how much decline in the quantity demanded. So here, if you measure 60 and 50, change in the quantity price. For example, 20% of or 25% of the price has increased. 25% of the price has increased. So we have to take it note of it. 25% increase in price. Because of this 25% increase in price, some 50% of quantity demanded has declined from 100 to 50. So make a note of it, 50. We have our formula for determining the price elasticity of the demand. Students following with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to apply the formula here. Price elasticity of demand is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price. So here PED, price elasticity of demand, is equal to percentage change in quantity demanded 50%, 50, then divided by a percentage change in price is 25. So 50 divided by 25 is equal to 2. So the price elasticity of demand, the degree of price elasticity of demand, or the ratio between changes in the price and changes in the quantity demanded, is equal to 2, which is more than or greater than 1. That is what we can able to find out. So that the elasticity of demand is there because it is reflecting more than 1% of changes in the reflection is happening from the price and quantity demanded. If it is equal to 1, that will be a different degree of price elasticity of demand. That one by one we are going to measure what is this differences will happen on the slope of the demand curve, and what is the differences we can arrive from the price change and quantity change in various degrees. So we have various types of price elasticity of the demand. Various types of the price elasticity of the demand. Here, if you see, it is elastic. Why it is so elastic? Because a small change in the price leads to a very big change in the quantity demanded. That means the degree of responsiveness is higher. The degree of responsiveness higher towards the demand is so high. A small change in the price, but the response on the quantity demanded is so high. That is why it is the elasticity is higher than 1, or the elasticity is more due to this small change in the price. But whereas some commodities will also have an opposite impact. For example, there will be a very big changes in the quantity demanded, I mean the price of the commodity, and very small changes in the quantity demanded. Such kind of elasticity called as inelastic demand. That means why we are calling it as inelasticity, that the degree of responsiveness is very less. Suppose, for example, every day we used to buy the necessary commodity or normal commodity like rice. When the rise of the price has increased by 40%, do we reduce the consumption of the rice? Keeping other things constant. Keeping other things constant. Don't say, sir, we'll reduce the rice and we'll buy wheat. Keeping other things constant. When the price of rice increased by 40%, that means today per kg is 100 rupees, and tomorrow it becomes 140 rupees, 40% increase. Directly 40% consumption of rice will reduce, or 10% will reduce. I'm asking you the question. %, yes, because suddenly we will not reduce the equivalent amount of what price changes has happened. The equivalent percentage will not change on the quantity demanded for some necessary commodities. Now I'm not talking about essential commodities. Essential commodities we never change. For example, medicines will never change. Salt will never change. Matchbox will never change. So such kind of essential, very essential commodities we won't change, but normal commodities will tend to change, but will change in a very small proportion. Such kind of commodities, even though the price increases by 40% or the price declined by 40%, immediately we won't increase 40%. By 10% only we will reduce or increase. Suppose the price of the rice has become 100 rupees to 60 rupees, 40% decline. Immediately 40% increase in demand will not happen. Somewhat will increase our consumption of rice because of the rice is cheaply available as compared to yesterday. If the price increased heavily, but it is not reflecting so much on the quantity demanded of the particular commodity, it is called as inelastic. You got a point, students?
Yes, sir.
Jino Prakash, you're clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So one side we have elasticity, and another side we have inelastic demand. Elastic demand and inelastic demand. Elastic demand, a small change in the price will immediately reflect on the quantity demanded. For example, I'll tell you, for certain commodities, a small change will immediately will reflect on the quantity demanded. For example, some luxurious commodity, if the price of the gold has declined by a small 10%, what will happen to the quantity demand? People immediately they will buy more because there is a very big anticipation of the future increase in the price of the gold, because the gold price is so fluctuating, and so that people wants to buy immediately, and moreover it is not a perishable good, or it is not it is not going to be wasted. Anyway, it is going to be an investment only. Whenever the price increase, that time we can liquidate it. High liquidity is there. So that such kind of commodities, when the price is declines in a small proportion, it reflects a very high impact on the quantity demanded. People immediately rush to buy such commodities. So non-essential commodities, a small change in the price will immediately reflect on a huge demand on the quantity demanded. But certain necessary commodities or normal commodities, even though if there is a very big changes in the quantity demanded, very big changes on the price, but the price will not have that much of power to influence on equal amount of changes in the quantity demanded. That is why we can call it as inelastic. I hope you understand the difference between elastic and inelastic.
Yes.
Yes. Satish, Madhumita, Jayashree, you understood what is the difference between elastic and inelastic?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Jayashree, can you please tell me what is the difference between elastic demand and inelastic demand?
In elastic demand, a small change in price will.
Or inelastic?
In elastic, sir.
Okay.
In elastic, small change in price will lead to the more change in quantity demanded.
Greater change. Yes.
Greater change.
Yes.
But in inelastic demand, the price may be more change more, but the quantity demanded will be same, or less changes will be
So not same. The quantity demanded will change in a small portion.
small portions.
Yeah, less than that of a price change.
Price changes.
Suppose if it is 40% increase or decline is happening on the price, less than that of a 40%. That means it may be some 30% or 20% or 10%. Even sometimes 5% also will happen. Even 2% also will happen. But change definitely will happen. But the changes is very small as compared with the changes in the price. So that means that the price is not having that much equivalent control over the quantity demanded.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Yes. So that is inelastic. That means because of price, not equivalent amount of quantity demanded is responded. So the response is very, very less with respect to the changes in the price on the quantity demanded. That is what we call it as inelastic demand. So what is elasticity? What is elasticity demand? What is price elasticity of demand? And what is elastic demand and inelastic demand? This is what we have discussed so far in the elasticity of demand. And now we are going to move into the next topic is what are the various degrees of price elasticity? Just a minute. Yeah. So now the degrees of price elasticity. Before we are moving into the degrees of price elasticity, I just summarize what is our previous discussion. Those who are not attended the class, they will also make use of it. Before we are moving into further topics, I just summarize what is our previous discussions. First, we have started with what is the overall idea of economics. Then we also discussed what is the meaning of microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics, which talks about the individuals aspects like individual price, individual income, individual firm, individual market, and how the price will be determined, what is the individual production, individual distribution, like that. The all the economic aspects of individuals, if you study or it is deals, individual aspects, if it is deals with that, it is called as macroeconomic aspects, macroeconomic concept. On the other hand, the economic activities which deals with the macroeconomic points like aggregate demand, total national income, total demand of the economy, total supply, total income of the people, the total income of the country, GDP, the general price level, inflation, deflation. If we talk about the aggregate levels, it will be called as macroeconomic analysis. In our syllabus, we have first 3 units macroeconomic concepts and the 4th unit which consists of the macroeconomic concepts. And after that, we have also discussed what is the meaning of managerial economics. Managerial economics is an association, or it's one of the branch of economics, which deals with the integration of economic theories, economic ideas into business practice. Then we have also discussed what is the scopes of managerial economics, what is the significance of managerial economics, studying by the management people, management students. And we have also started with the concept of decision making and implications of decision making. What are the important process of decision making? Then we have started with the economic topic called the demand analysis. We have started with what is demand. Demand is a desire with a potential or ability to buy. It is called as demand. Then we have also discussed what is the determinants of the demand, 4 economic important determinants. Then we have other important other determinants of demand. The first 4 important of the determinants of the demand was what we discussed was price, income of the consumer, then price of the related commodities, then taste and preferences of the consumers. These 4 important elements, and after that we have the other determinants of the demand as well. Then we have also discussed the derivation of the demand curve through law of demand. The law of demand states that the other things remains the same. When the price increases, demand declines. When the price declines, demand increases. Then derivation of the demand curve. Then derivation of individual demand curve. Derivation of the market demand curve. Derivation of individual demand curve is depends upon the price and demand, quantity demanded relationship. This demand curve is having downward slope from left to right. The demand and price is having the inverse relationship. Then we have also discussed about the demand schedule, individual demand schedule, and market demand schedule. Market demand schedule is nothing but the summation of individual demand schedules. And likewise, based on the individual demand curve, when we sum it up or total it up, we can able to derive the market demand curve. Then we have started with elasticity of demand, the elasticity of demand, meaning of elasticity of demand. Then what is elasticity demand and what is inelastic demand. Now, under the price elasticity of demand, as I told, 3 types of elasticity of demand is available. One is price elasticity of demand. Second one is income elasticity of demand. Third one is cross elasticity of demand. Under the price elasticity of the demand, we are going to discuss the various degrees of price elasticity of demand. Everyone is clear?
Yes, sir.
Fine. Now, the first and foremost degree of price elasticity of demand is perfectly elastic. Perfectly elastic is nothing but PED is equal to lambda. So that means because of changes in the price will not reflect on the quantity demanded. That is what the meaning of the price elasticity of demand is equal to lambda. Any changes in the price will not occur any changes in the quantity demanded. So the demand is said to be perfectly elastic. So the first point is perfectly elastic demand. When the demand is perfectly elastic demand, when a small rise in price would result in a fall in demand to zero. Even though big increase in the price will not influence on the quantity demanded. While a small fall in the price resulted in to become infinity. That means if it is a small decline in the price also, that is not going to affect any quantity demanded. It is known as the infinity elasticity, or we generally will call it as perfectly elastic demand. Sir, how we can say it as a perfectly elastic demand? So that we can also prove with the help of the diagrammatic representation. Here we have y-axis, we are measuring the price of the commodities. On the x-axis, we are measuring the quantity demanded and price. What is the relationship between the price and quantity demanded? Nishant?
Inverse push.
Nishant? Can you answer my question? Nishant?
Yes, sir.
What is the relationship between price and quantity demanded?
Um,
Just tell me if it is anything. If it is wrong, also no problem. No, nothing will happen. I'll once again I'll tell you. Yes, Nishant.
sir, I didn't get the topic, sir.
No. I'm just asking price and quantity demanded. What kind of relationship it has? Positive or negative?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you, sir.
Okay, no problem. I just repeat once again. I request you to give your attention. Okay, Nishant.
Yes, sir, sure, sir.
Yes. So normally, if the price of the commodity increases, you will buy more or less more of that particular commodity. Nishant.
If price increases, well, buy a less quantity.
Yes. Suppose the same commodity in future, some 1 month after, again the price falls. What will do?
Well, buy more.
Will buy more. Then when the price increases, what has happened on quantity demanded?
Will decrease.
Decrease. Then when it is a direct proportionately related, directly related or indirectly related?
Indirectly related.
That is what my question was. That is what the relationship between the price and quantity demand. You got it?
Okay. Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Very good. Very good. So this is how we need to understand, because I hope some of the students are non-economic students. Nishant, you have studied economics in your UG level?
No, sir.
Yes. Oh, fine. So that is what in between I'm asking. Those who are not catching it, please tell me. We'll discuss once again. I'm ready to answer any of your doubts. You can clarify with these basic concepts. Then only when we are going for the second unit and third unit, that will become based upon this basic elements only. Okay, Nishant and others also. I'm not talking about only Nishant. Those who are not catching the point, you can always ask me. Okay, so normally price and quantity demanded will have inverse relation. But when we measure the degrees of elasticity of demand, we are going to check different changes. Suppose when price increases for some commodity, the quantity demanded will not decrease. One more question also I can ask Nishan. Nishan, you told no, when price increases, demand declines.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Suppose your father-in-law. I'm sorry. Your father or mother is they are taking some medicine, or you are taking some medicine. The price of the medicine has increased compared to the last month. Will you reduce the consumption of medicine?
No, sir.
Because
It is a requirement.
whatever the doctor prescribes per day, 3 tablets means per day 3 tablets we have to take. Sir, price has increased by 30% extra. Sir, instead of taking 3 tablets, can I take 2 tablets? Because the law of demand is saying like that. We cannot do like that. So there are exception cases, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is what we are going to measure through elasticity of the demand. Elasticity of the demand means how we are going to measure how much price declines, and because of it, how much impact is happening on the quantity demanded of the particular commodity. If we measure that one, that is called a measurement of elasticity of demand. You're following, Nishan?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, fine. Raghavendra.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you're following with me.
Sir.
You have any question, Raghavendra?
No, sir.
Okay. Can I ask you one simple question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. How we can measure elasticity of demand?
Percentage change in the price and divided by percentage change in demand.
You are saying reverse order. Percentage change in quantity demanded divided by percentage change in price.
Okay, sir.
Good. Good. Okay. Thank you, Raghavendra. We'll move on to Karthik Raja. Karthik Raja. Shweta M. Manoj.
Yes, sir.
Shweta, can you please answer me? Manoj, I'll come back to you, Manoj. Shweta, can you please answer me what is elasticity of demand? Changes in demand due to various factors. Okay. Okay, good. Manoj,
Yes, sir.
can you please tell me what is demand? Normally we'll use the word demand, right? We are
Yes, sir.
demanding some commodities, right, Manoj?
Yes, sir.
We are demanding some goods, we are demanding some food, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between want and demand? I want bicycle. I demand bicycle. Can you tell me what is the difference between these two?
So demand is a requirement.
Very good.
So want is it's a wish, sir.
Wish, very good, very good.
Wish to
So,
buy.
very good, correct, absolutely correct. So, I want bicycle means it's just a wish. It's just a wish or just my desire to buy the bicycle. But when you add a value to that wish, how will you add the values in terms of money? If you have money also, then desire plus money is equal to demand. Got it, Manoj?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good, Manoj. Good. Kirti V. Sahana R.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you please tell me what are the determinants of demand? How the demand will be determined? How the demand will be created? Yes, Sahana. Yes.
Sir, demands created when price decreases.
Okay, so the price is one of the factor. Okay, any other factor?
Yes, sir.
Only price is the factor.
Income, sir.
Income of whom?
The consumer, customer.
Very good. Income of the
The
consumer.
taste and preference of the consumer
Yes, yes, yes.
and
yes.
the price of related goods.
Very good, very good. So these four and other elements also there, like geographical condition, climatic changes, government policies. There is also taxes. There is also influences. Very good. Market analysis. What is that? What you're saying, Mohammed? Mohammed?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yes. What you're saying? Market analysis.
One of the determinants of demand is also market analysis, also, sir.
How?
Because how what market demands, what it's producing, and how many of them are producing the same quantity of good or something. It depends upon that also, right, sir?
Okay, okay. What you're trying to say is, if you understand the market, depends upon the market, we can able to create demand by
Yes, sir.
providing some requirements or enhance the quality, providing some discounts,
Sure, yes, sir.
promotional activities, so that we can create demand. So yeah, that is also an indication. Good. Okay. Sai Tanish. Sai Tanish.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yes, you have any question, Sai Tanish?
Sorry, sir, I couldn't get you.
You have any question, doubts, clarification?
No, sir, no, sir. I was following.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we have 10 more minutes. We'll have one small activity.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
So I have a doubt, sir.
Yes, yes, you can always ask me doubts. Yes.
So according to what you told in law of demand,
Mhm.
the demand determinants of demand remain constant.
Determinants of demand?
Like they remain constant. Some factor, some determinants remains constant. That is, in case of income, those.
What is your question? I didn't catch your question.
So see in law of demand.
Okay.
According to what according to Marshall, the other things being equal, when price falls, demand increases,
Yes,
and if the price increases, demand falls.
perfect.
So certain factors remain constant, right, sir? In that.
Yes, yes. Because when you want to analyze, good question, good question. What's your name?
Jino Prakash, sir.
Jino Prakash. Yes, Jino Prakash. According to Marshall, whenever we want to infer the relationship between two variables, suppose if we are taking demand with the price or price with the demand. if you are analyzing the price with demand, you have to keep all the other factors are there. No, income of the consumer, taste and preferences, then the pricing policy, this marketing strategies, promotional activities, geographic conditions, everything we have to keep it constant. Then only
Yes, sir.
we can have the proper cause and effect between these two variables. And next time, when you want to analyze with the income, then we have to keep the price constant.
Okay, sir.
You got it?
Yeah, sir.
Yes. That is
So one more doubt, sir. So these government policies come under demand of determinants of demand.
determinants of the demand. Government
So
policies-
does this
Ah.
remain constant?
Yes, yes. While we are calculating, I tell you one example. Others, I have posted one small survey question on the questionnaire on the chat box. I request all of you to fill this form immediately. By the time I'll answer your question. What's your name? You said
Geno, sir. Geno.
Zeno.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you said, you asked government policy, we can keep it constant. Yes, of course. Suppose if you want to measure the relationship between the price and quantity demand, when price increases, quantity demanded declines. That is our law, right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose at the time of price increase and quantity demanded declines, government is announcing some subsidy. Suddenly, government is announcing some subsidy for the particular commodity. We are measuring for rice. We are taking rice as an example, and price of rice increased from 100 rupees to 140 rupees. When price increase, demand will
Decrease, sir.
decline. We'll say 10% decline has happened on rice. But what will happen in the same time, the government, if you are not keeping the government policy constant, government is saying government is decided to give 40 rupees subsidy on rice. So what will happen because of this increased price? Now it will become same only because 140 rupees, additional 40 rupees, who is giving subsidy?
Government is giving, sir.
Government is giving. Now how much I am going to pay? I'm not going to pay for 140.
It's 100.
100 only I'm going to pay. So
Yeah.
yesterday also I paid, and today also, irrespective of the increase in the price of the commodity, the government subsidy has been supported for me for the 40 rupees, and what yesterday paid, same amount of rupees only I'm going to pay. Well, I'm going to reduce my quantity demanded?
No, sir.
No. So if you want to analyze the relationship between or the law of demand, here now the law of demand will not apply in case if you are not keeping the government policy constant.
Okay, sir.
Likewise, any other determinants, if you are not keeping it constant, then we cannot apply this law of demand.
Okay, sir.
You understood?
Yes, understood, sir.
Very good. So
Thank you, sir.
all of you kindly fill this form. This is related to a survey of our economics department about our post budget survey. Everyone is done? Student? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Working on it, sir.
Yes, yes. It has very simple question. You know? 8 are there, no? 8 questions. Sushant Shetty. The following?
Yes, sir.
Okay.